Hi, kitties. Air here. And this is going to be a tough love short episode. Gets right to the claws of it. All the metaphors are coming out for Halloween, especially since it is the season of the black cat. It is the season of the magical, mystical being that you are. Okay. So here's the thing. I had a few comments sent to my Instagram that basically said, this is tough. This is hard. This is not my natural way of being. I do not operate like this. I'm trying because I want to see differences in my life. I want to see a transformation in my relationship. But Air, this is difficult. And I get it. For me, it took a lot of transformation and just discipline. Notice how I didn't say motivation, but discipline to really cultivate the black cat energy and be able to take on almost that dark feminine energy to attract my goals and my dreams. But here's the thing. I actually wrote down the toughest of realities. And I do this with my clients whenever I see that they're kind of self-depreciating themselves, like they're not actually moving forward, but they're getting kind of stagnant and they need a little bit more of a tough love type of approach. And that's just it, is I'm not necessarily here, especially on this particular podcast, to make you feel good about yourself. Like, there's a time and a place for that. If you're really discovering your identity and personal growth and you need a softer approach, then by all means, please go and listen to the 100 plus episodes of the Who Am I podcast that I host. And you'll get that more gentle, more white cat energy, soft approach that introduces spirituality and psychotherapy and different types of tactics to be able to really cultivate your dreams. But in this particular podcast, it is way more straightforward. It is way more assertive to be able to get you where you want to go faster. So here's the thing. I wrote down some tough love realities. For instance, marriage is hard. Divorce is hard. Choose your hard. Obesity is hard. Being fit and working out every day is hard. Choose your hard. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard. Starting with a business card is hard. Working a 9-to-5 job is hard. Choose your hard. Life is never going to be easy, but you can choose your hard. That is what it comes down to, is what is your choice? Some of these, I personally feel that I would much rather be in the gym every single day than dealing with a physical illness that ruins my body. I would much rather go slow and choose the right partner for marriage than find myself 5 years or 10 years or 20 years down the road in divorce. I would rather go to marriage counseling and work on my marriage proactively and not just as a last resort than go through the expenses and the heartache and just the turmoil that you see through divorce. I would rather sit down and organize a budget to pay off student loans, to be able to take care of myself, to feel financially free, than go and put myself in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt trying to always get off that hamster wheel. I would much rather start a business, get rejected every single day, find that yes, work on that yes, nurture that beautiful client or that relationship, whatever it be, then go and work a 9-to-5 job. Those are my hards. And I accept that. I accept that that's my reality. And I'm not going to shy away from that just because something seems like this beautiful peach that I want to taste, because that peach does not exist. The grass is not greener somewhere else. I've been all around the world and I get it. That's a metaphor, but really, whether you're in Dubai or London or France, or you're here in Miami or New York City or in Los Angeles, the grass is not greener physically anywhere. And just because you see people in these areas doesn't mean their life is any easier. People will never tell you what they're truly going through. Even the people that feel like they overshare, you only get the iceberg of their reality. You don't know their human experiences. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they've overcome. So the grass is really not greener anywhere else. But here's something I learned recently, and I can't wait to actually share this story whenever I feel like it's at its full completion and I'm very much at emotional rest with it, about what I've had to overcome this particular year, especially the spring and the summer of this year. But what I have learned, and has been so powerful, and has been the ultimate cultivation of Black Cat energy in my career, is the fact that even when I was at my lowest, even when everybody felt like they could, take me through the ringer, and I was losing sleep and I was crying and I was so frustrated and I felt so betrayed and I felt so lost, even at what was supposed to be my lowest, people were terrified of me. People were scared of what I was going to do about it. They were in literal fear of my next moves. And yes, it did involve getting a lawyer. And yes, it did involve getting very assertive and even aggressive towards values and protecting my home, my being, my family, etc. And again, I will share that story on the Who Am I podcast. It is a powerful one and it will rock your world. But the moral of the story here is I prevailed. I took all of the concepts that I teach you all, I put them into practice for myself, and it led to me conquering. Yes, they had a reason to fear. These people had actually broken the law. They had a reason to cower and be afraid. And that lesson of learning that at my lowest, when I was even starting to count myself out, I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to overcome this. I have no idea how I'm going to win this. Even at my lowest, my enemies still were afraid of me. And that's how I know, no matter where you're at in life, don't count yourself out. It's going to be hard, but you can win. And the most powerful words that you're going to find in all of the English language are very similar. And if you can contemplate these two sentences, you can conquer anything. The first one is I can. I can get through this. I can be the warrior I need to be. I can be mysterious. I can be the Black Cat. I can conquer. I can win. And the second one is I am. I am successful. I am powerful. I am strong. I am Black Cat energy. I am going to always win. And most of all, I'm going to figure it out. I am always going to figure it out. So kitties, my mysterious, beautiful, wonderful kitties, choose your heart. Go prevail. And know that you can. That's Black Cat energy.